From my previous video, you can get the idea that I am not a big fan of Imran Chowdhury's AI pin. His company Humane made far-fetched promises like replicating a smartphone with a screenless pin, but they had multiple hiccups during the product demonstration. This month at the CES, a new AI hardware product was unveiled by a new company that isn't trying to replace your smartphone, but trying to lift off some of its workload. The device is called the Rabbit R1, and they say it can achieve big things using AI, but is that true? Let's find out. On the 9th of January, in Las Vegas, this year's CES was held. A lot of big companies participated, along with a lot of new companies. One such unheard and unknown US startup, Rabbit, unveiled the R1. This product is a joint venture of Rabbit with another company called Teenage Engineering. Right off the bat, R1 is a palm-sized, orange-colored, and GoPro-shaped AI assistant. You must be wondering what it does. For the answer, let me just tell you what the CEO of this company has to say. Jesse Liu, CEO of Rabbit, the moment he took the stage, talked about how our smartphones waste a lot of our time for accomplishing simple tasks. According to him, getting things done on smartphones takes a lot of clicks and switching between the apps. Which, to be honest, is true, unless you live in China where one app, WeChat, does everything, ranging from payments to texting. I cannot agree less with the man, but the thing is that we are quite used to the workflows of our phones. Also, if you are an iPhone user, you can get a few things done with Siri. Similarly, Android users can use Google Assistant. Now, I am not sure if I should mention Bixby, because it was simply horrible and annoying as of my experience. But still, the point is there are a lot of virtual smartphone assistants and we can use them to accomplish simple tasks, like setting alarms or reminders, etc. Jesse also mentioned these assistants, but he specifically talked about Siri, Alexa, and Cortana, telling us how they are super lacking. Establishing on those bases, he expressed what his solution was all about, and how the company conceived R1. Their idea was to create the simplest possible computer with a delightful user experience, without any learning curve. He emphasized that R1 is a complete appless experience, which simplifies getting different things done quickly with natural language. So, what is R1 good for? Well, according to the company, R1 can plan full-fledged vacations, which I highly doubt. It can tell you food recipes, and if you enjoy the food, you can ask it to order its ingredients from the supermarket. You can snap a picture of your fridge contents and get recipe suggestions, or point it at a landmark to learn about it. To add to the list, with R1, you can stream music and edit Photoshop images. Not only that, it can help you in scheduling tasks and messages, and basically all other perky AI assistant things you are used to. To use R1, you have to press and hold a button on the right-hand side of the device. This will allow you to engage in conversation with the AI assistant, as if using a walkie-talkie. It also has a screen, because the company, unlike Humane, thinks we are still quite far from the screenless future Humane promised. The 2.88-inch touchscreen presents information and cards relevant to your request. Complementing this, the control wheel facilitates navigation through the interface and confirms selections. The inclusion of a speaker and microphone allows for voice interaction. With a SIM card slot and Wi-Fi connectivity, the device establishes links to both the internet and mobile networks. Boasting 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, the device is equipped with ample power and space to support its various functionalities. At the heart of R1 is the Rabbit's customized artificial intelligence, dubbed as a Large Action Model, LAM. Right from the name, you can tell that it uses natural language as an input to perform certain actions, which could be anything from the use cases I just mentioned. Rabbit's LAM is quite powerful. It grasps users' intentions and behaviors within specific apps, then tries to replicate those actions. Another thing that I would like to mention here is that while Rabbit OS offers a completely new user experience, it's built on the solid foundation of the Linux kernel, ensuring stability and compatibility. This OS is also contextually aware, which means that LAM can understand the context of your requests and respond accordingly. For example, if you ask, "What's the time now?" it will answer according to your time zone. Upon launch, Rabbit assures that the R1 will already be able to work with popular apps, with ongoing plans to introduce additional functionalities. Now, this does not mean you will have to open the app on R1. You will be using natural language to get things done. The training feature for specialized apps will also be available soon. For the product design, Rabbit teamed up with Teenage Engineering, a US company known for their innovative music gadgets, and R1 draws inspiration from the Tamagotchi. They aim to make a visually appealing and highly functional device, with features like a touchscreen display, touch-to-talk button, scroll wheel, and a rotating camera for computer vision. The operating system manifests as a bunny head on the display, engaging in animated jumps during information processing and bobbing along with headphones during music playback. Rabbit claims that they have made security and privacy parts of their design. The security advantages of design decisions like the touch-to-talk button and the rotating camera ensure your privacy and control. The device is priced at $199 or £159 for the UK market and boasts minimal power consumption despite relying on data centers for processing. They also claim that R1 requires a small amount of power, but the promise of power efficiency is met with skepticism due to the device's impact on data center demands. Before I get to my verdict, let me tell you more about the company and its journey to the CES. Rabbit was founded in 2021 by a group of young, passionate engineers and entrepreneurs. The company's mission is to create technology that seamlessly integrates into people's lives, making them more efficient and productive. As a startup, their initial focus was on developing a voice-activated assistant that could connect to and control smart home devices. To make that possible, they secured $20 million in seed funding in early 2022. This investment, led by prominent venture capital firms Sequoia Capital and Andreessen Horowitz, allowed them to build a team, refine their technology, and start production of their product, which, as we know, is R1. Rabbit received the invite to showcase their product at CES 2024, which, as we all know, is one of the world's largest consumer electronics shows. And to be honest, R1 proved to be a crowd pleaser. So, as my final thoughts and verdict, I would like to comment on the company's original stance. They dubbed their product as the simplest possible way of computing. But do we need it? Are we ready to change our habits? Is their solution a robust alternative? Well, to answer the last two questions, I will have to wait for a month or two because I will have to use it first. For the first question, we need to look into some studies. According to a survey by Review.org, 89% of Americans look at their phone within the first 10 minutes of waking up, and 60% keep their phones with them while sleeping, which means that it will require a substantial amount of persuasion and awareness efforts to make the consumer actually want to buy this product. Also, there was another bummer during the event. Despite the widespread presence of personal AI agents like this, Rabbit claims that their operating system is the first to integrate a LAM. This statement could either be seen as self-praise or a sign of limited industry awareness. Secondly, one thing I noticed during the demo was that there weren't any numbers, facts, and figures, or comparisons to tell the device's actual prowess. I found a lot of dangling pointers throughout the demonstration, but then I also think that I shouldn't have limitless expectations from the company that just started operations. So as of now, I don't know what the product is being positioned as. I really don't know what problem it is solving, and I really don't know if it gets things done as it is being promised. A part of me also thinks that AI has become some sort of a cake topping. No matter what tech companies and startups make, they try to put over this topping to gather more eyeballs. Is this just another AI hype that will settle soon, or is R1 truly a product of substance? I will come up with the answer as I get my hands on the product. With that, I conclude today's video. Subscribe to Innovella because here I try my best to bring the latest and greatest updates from the world of AI. Need more hardware blues? Tesla Optimus Gen 2 is making headlines. To find out what Tesla has achieved so far, click on the video link popping up.